I guess some materials were a bit unusual, like blossoms and berries, not normally used as a sculptural medium, but because the final image was a photograph, so the sculpture was almost a means to an end. Even though I enjoyed making the sculptures, it's very much like theatre or film, they were set pieces. And the final image is the photograph, which did mean that you don't have the problems of duration that you might have with a sculpture where it's got to last and not fall apart. Many of the sculptures are very well made, but some of them are extremely fragile, and some of them, where they had blossoms on them. I remember doing one which was I'll see if I can try and find it, which has a lot of blossoms. I have a plum tree in the backyard, and as I was doing this sculpture, the blossoms were coming in, and I was like, oh, that's perfect, because the character is Mother Holiday. I think that's how you pronounce it, Mother Holiday. It's kind of a frightening character, but she's actually very benevolent, and she lives in a strange place which you're not quite sure is it hell or heaven. And I thought the blossoms, making this kind of very sort of confronting thing and then covering with blossoms, would be the right atmosphere or weird tension that I was after. But as soon as I picked the blossoms, they were just drying up. Cherry blossoms and plum blossoms, they just dry up within minutes. So I was just running back and forth, dropping blossoms on, taking photos, trying to get the right composition. In other ones, I wanted to have water, but that was very problematic, of course, so I ended up using sand, which is even better, it turned out, because it has that strange, something very basic about drawing in sand and making those ripples in sand. And what other materials? A lot of sticks, things that were lying around the studio on the floor, old maps just stuck onto things, a hedgehog made out of nails, which is very interesting because nails get falling off. Where is that? I'm trying to find it for you. Hans my hedgehog. A story about a couple who can't have children, and then the man gets so angry he says, I'd love to have a child. I don't care even if it's a hedgehog, and then it turns out it is a hedgehog. Yes, it is. That's my hedgehog. That's one of Philip Pullman's favourite images, actually. And he said, I wanted to give him a sculpture, and he said, oh, could I have that one? I said, no, because it'll fall apart. It's like the nails are just hanging on by a skin of glue. And with some of them, there was just enough to sort of prop them up and take a photo. And there's the Hansel and Gretel one has actual cake decorations, so they're not going to last. But yeah, that was fun to do. I mean, if I continued doing this kind of work, I'd probably end up doing all sorts of materials, and I've seen other people make sculptures out of food and so on, which is suitable for a one-off photograph, and that would be fun to do as well.